friends, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, right? We have been doing all kinds of stuff here with my kids. So I took a few days off just to spend time with my kids and with my family. We had a little surprise party for my husband, so that's been taking a little bit of my time. But now I am back and I am ready to just create, right? So that's what I've been up to. And so the agenda for today is to complete block number 15 of the Barnstar sampler, okay? And the name of this block is the Windmill block. I'm going to use a different method in making the 3/4 inch square unit that goes with this block. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Okay, the 3/4 inch squares in this quilt has you making it a different way, which you're going to be cutting out four different. You're going to make a square and it wants you to cut it out 4 different ways. I am not going to make it that way. I'm going to show you the way of which I'm going to make mine to make it easy for me. And if that works for you at home or in your sewing space, please do so. But otherwise, the book has a great instruction on how to make it the way the way it was written in this in the book. But I'll show you my way. If that works for you, that's good. I'm going to also show you where this block is going to go within the quilt. So one of the blocks go here, one of them goes here, and the third one goes right here. Let me make this block and let me show you how I'm going to make my 3/4 inch square. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and make the other component so you can see it. Okay, so this is what all the pieces that we need looks like. Okay, A, B, C. Okay, and then D, I am not going to cut it out. I've already made a half square triangle that I'm going to pair this piece with. So I'm not cutting those pieces. I've already made this ahead of time. So I'm going to make it and you will see how my method that I'm using, how I'm going to do it. Okay, I think it will be easier because it will prevent you from like stretching your fabric or whatnot. Okay, let me show you and we'll go from there. Now the first step in this block, we are going to piece this piece A, right? I'm just going to lay them out. I'm going to lay them out so it will make sense, just like so. And then we're going to take our B piece and we're going to put it like this. And we're going to put the other one like this. Okay, that's the first step. And then we're going to take our piece C and we're going to put it right here. We're going to put it right here. Okay, so got it? Good. Okay. And so what I'm doing is I'm sewing this to this, this to, and then this one right here. I'm going to press everything open. Instruction in the book said to press to the side, but these are tiny pieces. And you would need to press this open to eliminate bulk in your block. Okay, so let's sew. So now that all three sets are sewn, it's kind of like a little mini knife patch. I'm going to sew this, this, and this together, and then we're going to be completed with the first step of this block. So I'm going to press this, then I'll sew it together, okay? So all my pieces are pressed open, okay? And so I'm just gonna sew all 3 together, making sure that my seam matches like this. and I'm going to sew. Okay, just making sure my seam does match and does line up. I'm going to flip it this way and I'm going to sew. Okay, so all I'm doing now is pressing with my finger. These are small pieces. It's not impossible to make, but it is just, it's tiny piece. So all I'm doing now is just trimming my thread so it doesn't add bulk, because the smaller the block, the bulkier it is, because there's really nowhere for the seam to go. This is what it looks like when it's done, when all of them are done. All pieces are sewn together. So step number 1 is done. And I have completed them ahead of time because they're small pieces. So this is what it looks like. I have 3 more here. And so I'm going to put it to the side right there. So this is done. And so the next step that they want us to do is to do our 3/4 and 3/4 square. So 3/4 square, like I said earlier, I went ahead of time and made a half square triangle in this. For example, this right here is the size that is called for. The only thing you have to do in this is make sure that your background pieces are facing the right way. Otherwise, it's not going to end well. So with this, I'm going to put this like this, and I'm going to open it to make sure that my square looks the way it's supposed to look. Okay, let me move this out of the way because I think this is blending too much. Okay, I'm going to put it on the background of the pink. So I think that's better. You can see better. Here, you need to make sure that your background is facing the right direction and your color is facing the right direction. So when you put your solid color on top, this square piece right here is the same size as this HST right here. So I'm going to lay it on top and I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to fold it back to make sure I'm doing it the right way, making sure that my background pieces are facing this way and my color is facing this way, just like the book intended us to do it. Okay. And I'm going to lay it on top and I'm going to sew it from corner to corner. And when I flip it back, it's going to look like this. Okay. All right. So let me sew it. I'm going to do the next one. Put this on top, fold it back to make sure, and sew. The third one, fold it back and sew. I'm going to fold it back now before I cut to make sure they all look like this one that I've already made previously. So they do look alike, and all 3 of them looks the same, and they look the same. So what I'm going to do now is snip this side because I just need this. Okay, I'm just going to finger press open. So now all 4 of them are done, and this is what they look like. Okay, the book has us cutting it like cutting a square 4 times, but to me, I feel like it will stretch my fabric a little bit. So I just kind of like thought, well, there has to be an easier way of doing it. So that's why I did it this way. Okay, you're going to make your HST ahead of time to the size that it called for in the book, and then you're going to cut your square the exact same size and then put it on there the right way, and then sew like in the, like in the middle. I didn't draw a line because I have this seam allowance right here that helps me, that guides my sewing and making sure that I have my 1/4 inch the right way. So what I'm doing now is sewing this B piece. They want you to take the B piece and then we're going to sew it to the top right here. Okay, we're going to sew it to this top. have connected my B pieces to my 3/4 inch square right here. So what we're going to do now is assemble the block, pretty much. Okay, so I'm just going to bring it like this, and then I'm putting this in the center. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is pretty. So these are the one that we did earlier. These are step 1. And it's going to go like this. This is what it looks like right now. So what I'm going to do is sew these piece, this piece, and this piece, and then piece them together, and then we are pretty much done. Okay. All right, here we go. And on this, we are going to press open. So I'm pressing open because this block is small. And if I press to the side, it's going to make it a little bit bulky for my liking. That's the reason why I'm pressing open. The instruction in the book did say to press to the side, but I am more comfortable pressing open on this. Okay. And I'm just going to bring my little pressing mat here. This is my wool pressing mat, a portable 12-inch. And I'm going to press open. So I'm going to press open on this. Press open. So now this is what we look like. This is what the block is looking like. All I'm going to do is just connect this seam and this seam, and we're done. Okay. Hi. So this is what my block look like right now. This is my block that I made for the purpose of the video. Okay. These are my blocks that were made previously for the actual quilt. So this was my test block that I made on screen, and these are the block that I made for the video. So this is one, this is the second one, and this is the third one right here. So this is what my blocks look like. Okay, all 3 of them. This right here, it's a different option. I'm using all tulip pink, and I'm using like the background where it's the polka dots from the Tiny Beast. And these are the true colors, right? This one right here. And then this one is just a solid. And I just kind of mix and match just to see how it'll work out. And I think I'm just going to use this on the back of a quilt or something. Just, I think I'm going to use these 3 right here. Okay. And this one. Y'all know how I like to fuzzy cut my blocks. So my blocks are done. I've made all 3 blocks plus 1 extra. I have made my 3 blocks right here. So now it's time for you to make yours. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.